Hello, this is Opinion Radar, and if you're anything like me, running from school drop-offs to snack duty to what's for dinner chaos, you know how much a single kitchen win can change everything. Today, I'm sharing one of my most exciting finds, the Emeril Lagasse French door air fryer. As a mom who values time, sanity, and real results, I was curious whether this countertop oven could truly deliver on its bold promises. Sleek, spacious, and packed with features that sound almost too good to be true, it's been living on my countertop and getting a daily workout. I'll be honest, I've been burned before by gadgets that take up space but don't deliver. But this one, it caught my eye not just for the name behind it, but for the thoughtful design that seems made for real family life. Let's dive into whether it lives up to the hype and how it's been holding up in the beautiful mess of my kitchen. Let me tell you, as a busy mom juggling snacks, after school meals, and dinner prep, this Emeril Lagasse French door air fryer has honestly been a total game changer in our kitchen. It's not just another appliance, it's like having a mini chef that actually listens. With 24 different cooking functions, I can bake, air fry, broil, toast, and even roast, all without turning on the full-sized oven. That means less heat in the house during summer, lower energy bills, and more time to actually sit down with the kids instead of hovering over the stove. The digital controls are so simple that even my 10-year-old can make her chicken nuggets without burning them, which, trust me, is nothing short of a miracle in our house. And the French doors? Gorgeous. They open wide and stay open, so no more banging elbows as I'm pulling out a tray of hot pizza rolls. I was skeptical at first. Aren't they all just glorified toasters? But after using it daily for a week, I'm completely sold. The capacity is impressive. 26 quarts means I can cook a whole family-sized meal at once. Last night, I roasted chicken breasts on the upper rack and threw some sweet potato fries in the air fry basket below. Everything came out perfectly cooked, crispy where it should be, juicy where it counts. And cleanup? A breeze. Most of the parts are nonstick and dishwasher safe, so when the kids spill ranch dressing on the grill pan again, I'm not spending 20 minutes scrubbing. The oven even came with a little cookbook, super helpful for someone like me who sometimes needs a nudge to try new things. We've already made muffins, garlic bread, and even reheated leftover pizza, and yes, it actually crispies it back up, no soggy microwave mess. One of my favorite things is how fast it heats up. I can go from I have no idea what we're eating to dinner is ready in under 20 minutes. The timer and auto shut-off give me peace of mind when I'm helping with homework or rushing to pack lunches. And the interior light? Lifesaver. I can actually see if the chicken is browning without opening the door and losing heat. It's also surprisingly elegant on the countertop. My husband even said it looks expensive. That matters when your kitchen isn't huge and you don't want clunky appliances taking over. I will say, though, it is taller than our old toaster oven, so make sure you measure your space. And while the basket and trays are great, the rotisserie spit is a bit small, so if you're planning to roast a whole chicken that way, you might be disappointed. But honestly, for 95% of what we cook, it's more than enough. The air fry function is where this thing really shines. We've cut back on oil so much, and the kids don't even notice. Chicken tenders? Crispy on the outside, tender inside. Fries? Perfectly golden without swimming in grease. Even my picky 7-year-old asks for air fryer fries now instead of drive-through. I've used it for frozen foods, fresh veggies, and even homemade fish sticks. Everything comes out tasting like it should, just healthier. And reheating? Forget the microwave. Leftover pizza, burritos, you name it, this brings them back to life. It's also been amazing for quick breakfasts. Toast comes out evenly browned, and I've started baking mini breakfast sandwiches in the oven. So convenient when the school bus comes early and no one wants to be late. Of course, it's not perfect. There's a little learning curve, especially with all the buttons and settings. At first, I kept confusing the convection bake with air fry and I undercooked a batch of cookies. But now that I've figured it out, it's smooth sailing. One thing to note, you turn a dial to select the function, and while it lights up, it took me a few tries to memorize where everything is. Also, while the inside is roomy, it's not big enough for a large 14-inch pizza. So if you're feeding a crowd, plan accordingly. I've also realized it doesn't have that fancy divider that lets you cook two things at different temps at once. Something I thought it did based on the ads. But honestly, for the price, $169, it's still a steal. We're using it so much that we barely turn on our big oven anymore, which saves energy and keeps the house cool. As a mom, I care about three things: ease, safety, and results. This air fryer delivers on all three. It's safe enough for my teens to use independently, easy enough that I don't dread using it after a long day, and the food always turns out great. I even used it to bake a birthday cake last weekend. Moist, fluffy, and perfectly risen. My daughter said it was restaurant level. That's high praise coming from a 12-year-old with very strong dessert opinions. It's not just for snacks and frozen food. It handles real meals with ease. Whether I'm cooking for two or reheating for five, it's reliable. And honestly, it's made cooking feel fun again. I'm not stuck over the stove, I'm not battling grease splatters, and I'm not stressed about burnt edges. It's not magic, but it's pretty close. If you're on the fence, take it from a real mom. This one is worth every penny. Thanks for joining me today, busy moms and home cooks alike. If you're ready to ditch the dinner stress and make kitchen time way more fun, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more honest, real life reviews. Let's fill our homes with good food and less cleanup, one air fry at a time.